My name is Todd, Xenix from the RPF. Um, I run custom 3D stuff, so custom3dstuff.com. And I make a whole bunch of prop replicas, uh, a bunch of these ones, and a whole lot of others. So there's like, I don't know, tons of stuff, doesn't matter. The reason you're here is because you want to learn about the Ahsoka map. Whether or not you like the show, I think the prop is pretty cool. So I wanted to recreate it, so I've ordered a whole bunch. It's a found part. I identified it myself. I'm sure a lot of other people have. It's like a Rubik's Cube style puzzle. This one's a ball. It's got 12 faces instead of 6. So it's like a little more complicated to solve, but it has a cool pattern. So I identified it as the megaminx sphere. Does it say it on here? It just says Calvin's puzzle on the packaging. I know everyone wants these. They're like definitely sold out because I'm not the only one who's figured out what they are. I know what they did for this prop was they used this ball and then they modified it. So the leading theory right now is that people, like the prop maker, like made little plates or panels to go over top the sections, and those panels were what were engraved and weathered, so that it could keep the functionality and not have to recreate the whole thing and not have to 3D print like the whole thing. So I have two things to show you. I'm going to be making the replica of this like by the plate method, I think. I have a very limited quantity of these that I purchased. They're sold out everywhere, but let's take it apart and see what it looks like. Comes in this hexagon box, and I actually had one of these a few years ago that was like the flat-sided version. And this one's spherical, but it functions the same. So if you have a good understanding of how to solve a 3x3 Rubik's Cube, you will be able to solve this, because you can like peel apart your algorithms and apply it to this. But since none of that matters, because this is just not going to be a Rubik's Cube style puzzle, I feel like I'll peel off all these stickers. I have some like Rub and Buff, but not a different brand. Like a gold waxy coating. So I'll be peeling off all these stickers because I definitely don't need them. I might try and take this apart, but you can see it's got the pattern. Yeah, I'll definitely be taking this apart. Okay, so it popped open. So there's just 3 pieces from my understanding. There's like the center, the triangle corner pieces, and then the skinny edge pieces. So while none of these are currently available for purchase, you can buy like the core. I believe there's a lot of these cores available. If you look inside here, this is the worst. If you look like inside this, all these pieces, like, I think you need to screw the center part on, but inside there's that center piece. So like these 12 pentagons get like screwed on, and this is the core. So either we recreate the whole thing, I mold and cast like a finished static prop, or I 3D print the plates, like real thin plastic, or 3D printed like plates that go on top, and those can have a pattern, and I'll glue that on there. We could like mold these and make a whole bunch of these. It wouldn't be that bad to kind of recreate it and then just use the core, screw it together. That's possible. Like I don't know if the companies are gonna mass produce this again, because it's so many parts and it's like there's not that much demand for the prop as a puzzle. But the replica people might want like another run of them. Just there's not that many people that'll to justify it, because the puzzle itself is like $40 as like a retail thing when it was mass produced originally. So to redo the mold and like redo it now, who knows what it would cost to make sense. So as of now, I think like the best bet, if you can't get one of the original ones because they're all sold out, is to check out the Replica Prop Forum. Check out, I guess, keep an eye on eBay. Maybe there'll be some that come up there over time. But I'll definitely be able to make like a limited quantity because I have the ones before they all sold out. I have about a dozen, so you can check out on the forum for that. And I know someone's going to be able to make it 3D printable. I feel like I can do it. Just like using this core. The core is interesting because it's got its own like base together. So like, I think this part might be more difficult to 3D print. I don't know. So this is the center. Then you've got these parts. It's like the cap. It screws in to that middle core. And then these will snap on the outside or glue in place or however you want to do it. But I think you can just snap that in, and then the side pieces will hold it in place. Allegedly. Like, it definitely popped apart as soon as I touched it. So. But I think these are spring-loaded. So you like get a bolt and a spring and this like T-looking piece, and you can screw that to a core and then have all these pieces and snap it together. So that's definitely the more complicated way. The way I'm excited about is the, use the pre-made one, not having to recreate it. But I just got back from the beach for a week just now today, so this was waiting for me when I got home. And then tomorrow I leave for Burning Man, so I'll be gone for like a week there, and then I have a little travel on the other end coming back. So I really won't get to work on this project until mid-September, but I'll post some pictures back on the forum. The Zenix build thread, Zenix is my forum name there. Because I'm gonna use the rub and buff stuff, but it's like a different gold wax. Tebeo gilding wax. So I got a jar of this just because it's more quantity. I'll be able to coat this one, even though the current logic is thought is like it's a little bit thicker because of the plates. But I'm gonna do it tonight just as a fun project of like using this gilding wax, covering all the parts and putting it back together, peeling off all the stickers, and then maybe etching in a pattern just to get a cool picture or video. But this is the Triafum Megaminx sphere, Megaminx ball, Calvin's puzzles, all sold out. But definitely check out. There's a couple other people making replicas, so I know you'll be able to get your hands on some version of this sometime soon if you haven't already.